big that rattle is? Look at that thing. It's getting freaking massive. Almost the size of my hand, dude. Got more lizards, more big enclosures to build outside. She's a beautiful, beautiful king. But yeah, she just goes crazy like this. He's just chilling. Doesn't even know that he's a cobra, right? This guy really has a king cobra around his neck. Eastern canebrake hybrid rattlesnake. Such a badass animal, dude. Why are you being a pain in the butt? Oh my god, thank you. Listen, psycho. Crazy man. Thank you for eating. What is up, YouTube? My friends, my fam. How the heck is everybody doing? How do you freaking do? We are in the snake room, about to clean some cages. Got some dirty things to spot clean here and there, a couple waters to do, nothing too crazy. Most of the stuff is pretty clean. Got a couple poops in the mains. Rattlesnakes took some big poops. Rusty looks like he's got a dookie in there too, and we might need to, we'll try to pull Shatid's cage out. His light went out the other day, so we need to take care of his light today too. I think I got a 100 watt or 75 watt here somewhere. Shatid poop too. Got all sorts of things to clean today, guys. Well, before we start this video out, it's just gonna be just a cleaning video and talking about some things that have really been weighing heavy on me for the last few days with the passing of our good friend Dingo. Yeah, I don't know, just really puts things into perspective with taking care of so much venomous stuff. And you know, actually being in the room and seeing my room compared to Chandler's, you know, Chandler has a huge venomous room, way more venomous. At one point I had more snakes than Chandler. Now Chandler has me beat by a long shot. And I still have a decent collection. And my collection is really the things that I really enjoy keeping, okay? I don't keep crazy stuff like boom slings and mambas and taipans and that sort of thing, like super crazy venomous, fast animals, which I love. I love interacting with them and seeing them at other people's houses and their collections. You know, Chandler has an inland taipan, Chandler has mambas. So when I want to go deal with a snake like that, I can go over to Chandler's house. They're great for videos. Having the most venomous snake in the world, the inland taipan, is such a cool animal to have. Very cool animal to have in your collection. But even though there's not too many fatalities, thank God, with the snake, it is responsible for many, many bites. And it's just not worth it to me anymore these days. So I'm just kind of trying to really just figure out this whole situation. And I want to keep less. Less is more. So I've been thinking just maybe get rid of some of the more, just things that try to actively murder me on a daily basis. This Eastern I could probably part with. My Central American rattlesnake, super cool rattlesnake, I could probably part with that. I want less snakes so I can have more room for bigger enclosures. So that's what we want to do. Eventually, this whole back area of the room, I want to make a king enclosure, maybe even 2 stories. Literally move all these cages down, build a whole new king area down there. That way Rusty has a nice, huge enclosure, maybe 2 stories where he can go to the top story or something. Maybe even put Shatid in there down the road when we try to breed them. A little barrier, something like that. I want to definitely get rid of these racks, and I want to get rid of these 2-foot visions too. Like the 2-footers are great, but I would love to just have a bunch of 3s and even more 5s. Just get a whole nother row of 5s, another row of 3s, and just have nice, bigger enclosures for these animals. And then go through each cage and just make their habitat situated to where they're locally from. You know what I mean? So proper substrate, proper hide spots, branches, make it look nice. Proper lighting and everything. That way everything is just taken care of very well. I want to really start focusing more on the husbandry side of things rather than just keeping so many cool species. I love the species that I have. My kings are my favorite. Rusty obviously is the best. Kilo, super cool. My beateds, the Gilas, the Gaboons, all the Bittis, the hybrids. Those are some of my favorite snakes. These puff adders. Puff adders aren't too crazy. My albino Easterns, I love them. These Chinese cobras, I don't really want to breed them anymore. Maybe some of the stuff like Rusty, obviously. You guys, some people out there want some Rusty babies. I know Brandon does, and a few other friends do. I know Chandler does, so I'm gonna have to breed that down the line and keep those babies around. But stuff like the Chinese cobras and stuff, I don't really care to breed. So I'm probably gonna put these guys up for sale. You guys let me know. Interested in these Chinese cobras? My rink hauls, always keeping this guy. So I got my rinks from Dingo. And obviously now that everything has happened, I really would like to just get him in a nicer viewed enclosure, because he's all the way down here at the bottom. You don't really get to appreciate him as much as I would like to, and especially now that my boy's gone, I would really like to just see him more, because he was handpicked by my homie. Since he sent me a couple of them, I got rid of one, but I kept him just because he's sentimental to me. Let's go ahead and let's start cleaning some cages, doing some things. Less talky, more cleaning. Of course, the first freaking enclosure I gotta do is my favorite one. Shatid. Fabulous! And I go back and forth with her. Sometimes I'm like, man, she just tries to kill me all the time. Not necessarily tries to kill me. She's not too bad. But she's definitely gives you a run for your money. So, I was thinking maybe, rehoming her to Chandler eventually. Or selling her, but then I don't want to sell her because I would love to breed her with Rusty one day, you know what I mean? I'm in between a rock and a hard place right now. Obviously things happen with friends. People have accidents, they get bit. It's one of those things where, you play with fire every single day, and eventually you get burnt sometimes, So I just want to kind of really cut down on the chances that I have of getting burned. So, Shatid. I'm just on the fence all the time. I'm obviously gonna keep her. She's awesome. She's a beautiful, beautiful king. But yeah, she just goes crazy like this. This is not really what I want to deal with all the freaking time. So you gotta be really quick. And you have to kind of manhandle them like that in order to get them into the can safely. Because you just saw what she tries to do. She shoots out. She goes straight out. She's not like Rusty. Rusty kind of chills. Shatid likes to freaking... You saw what she just did. She does that all the time. So that's the only real reason why I would want to get rid of her and stop doing that. But I don't know. Maybe she just needs to go to Chandler's for a little bit. Chandler has a little bit more room to work. This is kind of like... It's real tight. But this is what I was working with. A lot of people are like, oh, you should have got a bigger venomous room and your room is too crowded and blah, 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 blah. Dude, I was working with what I got. Even just building this was $28,000. So it's not like it's cheap, Imagine if it was twice the size, I'm twice as much. So you gotta keep that in mind too. Obviously, I would love a bigger, awesome building, but I can only work with what you can afford, you know what I mean? I don't know. Might keep Shatid, might sell her, might get rid of Chandler. I don't freaking know. We're gonna figure that out. But for right now, we're just gonna clean her cage and get her back in here safely while she's out. Actually, it looks like we gotta fix her. Did this just go out? Or was that out when we started this video?
I think that just went out.
It just went out? What the heck? All right, so we gotta fix these lights, put your teeth back in here. Then we'll take Rusty out and the big rattlesnakes and just keep them clean. Then we got a lot of food to feed off too. Boom. So we got Rusty's light fixed. Put a 100-watt halogen in there for him. We got a 50-watt for Shatid. It's a smaller fixture. It's plenty warm for her too. That'll be good. So now we gotta go ahead and get the queen king out. Super fun. Hopefully get her to go in her cage the way that I like her to go in her cage, which is try to get her out. Maybe I should probably get her out. Gotta do this kind of strategic these days. Maybe get her out and get her to go in her cage like that and then close it. That's probably the best way to do it. Right? If I can grab that, close it, boom. Without further ado, let's take out Shatid. There we go in there nicely. See? Oh, she's nice, but she's so beautiful, dude. Like, look how pretty she is. She's so light colored. That's the thing. See, when the cage is open like this, she flies out. Like, that is trying to bite me. That's not a feeding response. That is her trying to bite me. That is pure defense mode right there. Which is why, it's tough. Like, I love that snake. I love Shatid. Like, I love her. She is freaking, I love kings. I love having her. I would love to breed them and have baby Rusties one day. But yeah, I'm just torn. I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do, dude. Love handling her. Love having her out. Just having a bigger area would be just so much better. But she's nice and clean. That's all we gotta do. One time I really have to deal with her is cleaning her cage. Even feeding her sometimes. Feeding her, I have to be really careful. I I gotta open up her enclosure, put the food in, and close it right away because she is just, when she's in food mode, holy crap, dude, she is wild. And then we have Rusty over here, who's just like totally different personality. I can just go right in Rusty's cage, something like that. Put his ass right around my neck, and he doesn't do nothing. He's freaking awesome. He's not defensive. He doesn't hood up or hiss or anything. He's just chilling. Doesn't even know that he's a cobra, right? You're just relaxing, dude, right? Exactly. So, obviously, never get rid of Russ, which is why I'm saying, like, it's not like I'm gonna get rid of Venomous completely, but like, just have the animals that I know are not super defensive and they're not gonna try to murk me all the time. You know what I mean? I've worked with Rusty for, dude, I've had Rusty for five plus years easily now. I've had him since he was a tiny little baby. I know his body language and how he acts and his moods extremely well. If I know that he's in a weird mood and he's like in feeding mode, like even the other day, me and Brandon were in here and we took him out and we were feeding other things and we could tell that he was hungry. When I opened up the cage, he thought that I was gonna feed him and he hooded up a little bit and he definitely had a little bit of a feeding response the other day. But you see exactly when I have him out in the cage like that, he's just totally fine. It's a completely different animal than Shatit. Like look, he comes out, I can just grab him like this, and I can just put him back in the can like that. Risk losing my life. He's not trying to murk me. We have a great relationship. Just want to keep the animals like that. You know, have Rusty in a huge enclosure. Not huge, because obviously his room ain't that huge. But like if I could have, say I can move all these cages back, maybe start it here, maybe have it 4 feet wide. This room is 12 feet wide. These cages are 6 feet wide. So, well maybe it's a little bit, maybe it's like 10. So these 6-footers, you know, he'll have way more room than the 6-footer. It'll be wider than the 6-footer, and not only that, but it will be higher. And I really want to do it so it has like a partition in the middle, and it's 2 stories. So he can really stretch out and go to 2 stories. Maybe make the enclosure up to here. I'll build it with that thick black PVC. Just build it myself. Like literally just go get panels of PVC and build it into the room. Get some custom glass doors cut. Kind of like how Kevin had his set up, just a little smaller version of Kevin. Put some branches in there, crawl and stuff, because kings are known to crawl depending on locality. Could be really cool. And then we got all the indigos, the blackhead pythons. Soon, we're moving these water monitors. We're going into those big venom-proof cages that I have in the shed. We're gonna set them up in there for just the time being before we redo the chicken coop and move them outside. We're not gonna do that just yet. We have this winter coming up, or our winter, where we have all these cold fronts coming in. So not even gonna bother putting the lizards outside for the time being, when I'm gonna have to pull them all in eventually anyways. So we'll just do that afterwards. And then we got these new snakes coming. Tomorrow, actually, I think they'll be here. Yeah, so tomorrow I got some new snakes coming that I've had before on the channel. They're non-venomous. See if you guys can comment down below. Some of my favorite species. Obviously, you guys know indigos are some of my favorite. Probably isn't too hard to figure out what I got next. I got a male and 2 females. They're not really bred too often. I don't see them available very often, especially at shows. Nobody ever has them. They get gigantic. They're super freaking cool. The closest thing to a cobra you could possibly get. Well, Rusty decided to pop the top. I could have sworn I...
Oh, it was on there.
It was on there.
Yeah, he just got out of the middle section of it.
You're getting stronger. All right, you put him back. There we go.
Oh, it's not even open.
It's not open.
No.
Oh my god. There we go. There you go, Rust. Perfect. Look at that. Just casually has a king cobra around his neck.
Interesting. Kind of a cobra.
Kind of. He's still a bad mamma jamma, bro. Don't want to get bit by that thing.
Oh no.
Even though I don't think he'll ever really try to bite. He's such a sweetheart. Next up, we got Batman. Feed Batman tomorrow. Now that their weight is ideal, we can just start feeding them regularly again. So every week, every 10 days, give them a nice big jumbo. Hey bud, what are you doing? They always have feeding responses when they're in their cage. So I always want to just give them a couple pokies, let them know that it's me before I go and take his butt out. Then once he's out, he's pretty freaking decent. You know, look at that thing. It's beautiful. Eastern canebrake hybrid rattlesnake. Just such a badass animal, dude. We're gonna go ahead, carefully put him down in the can. Look at how big that rattle is. Look at that thing. It's getting freaking massive. Almost the size of my hand, dude. Get him down there like that. secure. I think he's probably not strong enough to open the top like Rusty, but I'm gonna go ahead and put that on top of the can anyways. Especially gonna have to start doing that with Rusty now because we can't have that happen again. That was actually, it's not good. That's dangerous, you know? If he pops open the lid, if Rusty's hanging out a little bit, you brush up against him with your leg or something, even though he's really chill, he might bite you that way.
Maybe got himself stuck and was in pain, didn't know what was going on.
You don't want to deal with that. Normally, this trash can locks decent enough to where the snakes can't get out of it, but obviously you just saw Rusty pop the top off. It's the first time he's ever done that. Actually, no, he did that one other time. But actually, I don't think that Brandon closed the top well.
No, it was closed.
It was closed at one time?
Yeah, it was closed.
Right. That's what I'm saying, though. You gotta keep it tight. Because even though you're dealing with snakes, venomous animals, that, you know, maybe they're not being defensive. Maybe, like when I was unbagging those snakes for the hurricane, I thought it was a bag of Gila monsters. I should have bagged everything. We bagged everything super last minute. The storm was coming. It was a day away. We were really trying to get everything just packed up quickly. Thought I was remembering what was in the bins. Normally we label everything. We throw a piece of masking tape on there, write what the snake is. I just didn't do that. We were just in a rush. And that's when bad things happen. That's why I thought it was the Gilas. I reached in and it was a rattlesnake. Super close. So I can't have shit like that happen anymore. It's just not. Like, when things like this happen with Dingo, it just really makes you want to tighten up everything. Like, protocol, handling, like, everything. We just need to tighten up.
Everything to the T.
To the T. No mistakes. No stupid stuff like that. All it takes is putting something heavy on the trash can. You're good. Hopefully, soon enough, I'll have my holding receptacle that's being made. Hopefully, I'll get that soon. But until then, we gotta just be really freaking careful over here. So let's get all this crap out. Nice and clean. Let's put my big man away. Come on, bud. I love this freaking hook. This hook is badass. This big old Midwest snake hook. That super wide hook right there. Even though he's heavy as crap, makes handling him so much easier. It doesn't hurt him. It's like a small hook. You always want to use the appropriate size. I actually just got off the phone. I'm getting the snakes from Kevin over at Nerd. I thought they had 3. They're sending me 2. Thought I was getting a trio. I'm just getting a pair. Totally fine. Still super badass. And I get some money back. So not the worst case scenario. But yeah, it was cool to talk to Kevin just real quick. He was real close to Dingo. It's just terrible. It just doesn't feel real still, you know? It's crazy, man. All it takes is one bite, you know? That's it. Just one bad day. All it takes. Super unfortunate. Super, super unfortunate. Let's go ahead. Let's get Robin out nice and safe. Got some poop in her cage too. Get her some fresh water. Oh my god, look at her. I hate when she does that. She like almost looks dead when she does that. You see that? See how she's just laying there with her mouth open? Literally just sitting there with her mouth open. It's so weird. She does that. It probably has everything to do with her getting bit by Batman back in the day. And it messing up that bottom part of her jaw. She still has a bunch of scar tissue on the bottom. It's still not 100%. But great body weight. She's freaking awesome. Hopefully I'll get another 10 years out of these guys. They're about 10 right now. But as you know, before they were super obese. And anytime, dude, obesity, #1 killer, man.
Fatty liver and whatnot.
Yeah, dude, you want to be nice and healthy. You don't want to be fat and unhealthy and not live very long. It's not what we're trying to do over here. We want to keep everything eating as much as it should be eating, not overeating. A nice, healthy weight and avoid all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and give you that water bowl. I'm going to finish cleaning her enclosure and put her back. Ooh.
All loud today.
She's always rattly.
Vibrates.
Dude, she is just on one. It's cool how she just rattles like that and she's not very like striky or defensive at least.
She is.
Dude, she just struck. Dude, what is her problem? And sometimes we have people actually comment down below in the comments. anyways, about why we don't have branches and leaves and all that sort of thing in those 4 cages with the kings and the big rattlesnakes. And it is mainly for my safety and their safety. So it's just better to have a nice empty enclosure like that, just their water, maybe a hide box. We don't have big hides for them. I would love to find some big hides eventually, or some big pieces of cork. I was literally just talking to Brandon about it. Find a big piece for everybody that they can actually hide under, and it's easy to take out of the enclosure, because that's another very dangerous thing when it comes with keeping venomous, is if you have a lot of obstacles in the enclosure that you have to fight and get around it, that's when things go south. So that's another main reason why you see venomous keepers, they kind of have minimalistic enclosures, especially when they have so many animals, because it kind of cuts down on all of that. Eventually, I want to steer away from that and try to do some nicer visual enclosures, you know what I mean? Alrighty, time to feed some stuff. Look, we got all sorts of crap to feed over here. Figured I'd do it this way. This is actually a lot easier than the way that I normally do. Normally I'm just dragging dripping rats all over the freaking room. So I figured put them on paper towels, put them all out right here so I can see them a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and feed the mangs first. We got my male right here at the bottom. Come on, grab and hold. These guys have been eating freaking great lately too. Come on, please. Why are you being a pain in the butt? Oh my god, thank you. Made me work for it. Holy crap. Shatid, you turd. Here you go. Food's for you. Food's for you. This right here. This right here. Right here. There you go. Leave it there. Not messing with her. I'm good on that. Black-eyed pythons. Boom. Sweet Clementine.
Just like, look how many rats are actually out and like how much that costs per like 4 days.
It's a whole lot of freaking money. Especially when we're feeding, what, 100 snakes? We got 80 snakes in here. Maybe not. Maybe like 50 snakes in here. And there's another fucking, there's probably 20 snakes in the house. Got snakes everywhere. Snakes all over the place up in here. Mean Steve, your light went out. We gotta fix that. Would you like a meal? There you go. Thanks, sir. Got the indigos. Did the, I don't think this indigo refused last time, didn't it?
Yeah, it did actually. Because remember he like tried eating it? It was a medium.
I fed him too close. He like, yeah, there he goes. Yeah, I fed him like, maybe it was like 3 or 4 days apart from each other, so I just don't think that he was too hungry. I love having lights in here now though. Now we could just see everybody way better, especially when we're feeding these guys. They're so freaking dark and black. It's hard to see them sometimes. Come on. Look, dude. Look. Yes. Take it. Look. Eat. There we go. Nice. I love when my indigos eat. Sometimes they're crazy aggressive eaters, and sometimes they're just chill. Today, they're all on. That little guy, we should give him like maybe one of these probably. Now this is the little indigo. This is my smaller female. She's maybe a year old. Yes. I love them. Dude, my indigos are some of my favorite. So cool. Let's feed Kilo. Kilo just ate like a week ago, but we're just gonna give him a small rat because that'll be good. I think he ate a medium last time. Yep. Listen. Psycho. Look at that. Crazy. Crazy man. Thank you for eating. I'll fix your hide box later. So we got him. And then we got all the little falsies. These guys have been eating like crazy. Little freaking garbage disposals.
You gonna put another one in there for her?
Yeah, we've been actually doubling them up too. Go ahead, put one in the back right there. So we got our black and white spitter. Love this guy. There we go. Definitely keeping the black and white spitter. They're just always been one of my favorites. Those Indo-Chinese cobras. Definitely a favorite species. Super cool to keep. My puffs. Always loved puff adders. Puff adder is actually one of the first venomous snakes I ever had. Back in the day, I just had, 5 venomous snakes in my apartment as a 19, 20-year-old guy. I had a really big puff adder named Murderface for a while from, what was that name out there? Death Clock, right? Was that the cartoon? Comment down below, who knows that? Look at this, we got a full shed right here. Got the eyes. Got the eye caps right there, bottom jaw, full body, tail, everything. I'm gonna start doing really cool things with these sheds again. Maybe get some stuff ready for Christmas. I got this this glass engraving kit that I want to start framing these, putting them in frames, and then I'm gonna actually engrave whatever snake it is. Make a like a little, put the name of the snake, engrave it really cool, how the patterns are on the actual snakes. Just thinking of a bunch of different ideas for you guys. Let's feed this. This is my male Tanzanian. Boom. He's super pretty, very light colored. I'll probably gonna be able to breed them soon too. You know what would be really cool is to take, dude, I don't even know if it's been done before. Can you think we can do it? I don't even want to say it on camera. I might spoil the surprise. But imagine taking this male Tanzanian puff, this light, beautiful snake. Imagine pairing him up with this Gabino right here.
That would be wild.
Be a smoker, right? Gaboon.
Triple hybrid.
Hybrid. Triple hybrid? I've never seen any triple hybrids. Have you seen triple hybrids? A lot of people comment down below about the hybrids. They're like, oh, that's horrible. Why would you mix two snakes together and blah, 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 and do that?
It was all over Facebook the other day too.
It's cool.
They're naturally occurring.
I like them, and that's all that matters. They're my snakes, not yours, okay? So I can do whatever I want with them. This is my little speck. See if he wants to eat. This fuzzy's a little bit big. You might have to try to feed him a pinky soon. Just leave it in there and check you later. He's so tiny. Even though he's gotten probably twice the size since I've gotten him. Definitely want to get him pumped up. Find him a female down the road. So that'd be really cool to breed too. I love that species. Definitely want to keep that going. So now let's move on to, we got the female albino eastern right here. She's doing pretty good, eating regularly. The other one was giving us issues all the time and she passed. Not cool. And we got Mr. Chandler right here. There's he, he's in that back corner. Another thing list to do is get lights set up in all these freaking cages.
You think we should show him what's above?
Show me what?
What's above?
What's above?
And that one.
Oh, the monitor?
Yeah.
Alright, so a little surprise to show you guys what Brandon got at Expo. Look at that. So this is an xanthic water monitor. That's why he's got pretty much black and white on him, which is pretty cool. Got more lizards, more big enclosures to build outside. Love that. Love building enclosures. It's so fun. All right, well, she's hungry. She keeps striking. She's struck like 3 times. I got a couple really good sheds. We just gotta go through them and sort some things out. All right, I'm gonna leave a rat inside here. Just make sure we check this out later. So that we don't come here tomorrow and we got a stinky dead rat. So now we got a crazy rattlesnake. I hate him. He's just turd. Loves to strike like that every single time. Sometimes he comes flying out a little bit. So we're gonna actually give him a couple. There you go, bud. We got Penny. There we go. Alright, now we got the rank that I got from Dingo. Super crazy. Of course, he's flipped over his hide box. We're gonna give him a couple. These are ex-breeder mice. Go ahead and just drop those in there for him. There we go. And then we just got a couple things left. I'll give one to the rhino. He wants to eat. There we go. Good. You guys want to see one of the craziest snakes I have in here? I haven't shown anybody yet. It's actually my daughter's snake. So Brandon gifted this snake to Ryder. Super crazy. Look at this cute little thing. Hey, how are you? Look at this sweet little ball python. He's just staying on the heat in the back. Little piebald.
Oh, it just shed too.
Yeah, fresh shed. Got a shed right there, full shed. Super cute. Look at how pretty that snake is. Bright yellow, perfect little snake.
Look how much bigger that black dot is getting too.
Random black dot back there, which is really freaking cool. Such a little smoker. Ryder, when you're watching this when you're older, this is how little your snake was. So cute, right? There you go, bud. And that is it, folks. We are done with the snake room fiesta today. Everybody's clean for the most part. We got a couple dirty cages we gotta really take care of in the next couple days. Just on like the fall season stuff. I just poop every freaking day. But everybody's good. Got clean waters. Everybody's fed, happy. Substrate's good. Everybody's looking real good in here. So that's it, y'all. Until next time, comment down below what you think about everything. What would you guys do? You're in my situation, you know? I gotta be a dad. My daughter needs her dad around all the time, right? So we'll take less risk, more reward over here, especially with all this stuff going down with Dingo. Just really puts things into perspective for me. It's tough. And I definitely don't want that happening over here. So, TylerNolanTattoos.com for all of your merch. Go to my website, fill out a booking form, book a tattoo. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. God bless. Love you guys.